What's going down, Raider Nation? I'm your host, Cliff Thornton. Welcome to the Raider Fan Podcast. Welcome to episode 12. Today, we're going to talk about, what else? The Raiders. Let's talk about the Raiders actually moving their training camp. They're going to Costa Mesa down in California. It's going to be a little different. Right now, the reports are they're having difficulties trying to come up with dates to open it up to the public because a lot of teams go down there, like the Saints, the Dallas Cowboys. So because the Raiders don't actually go there all the time, they're not a priority. So let's hope that the front office can work something out where not only are they going to have a good training camp, but they'll be able to open that up to the facilities. I mean, open up to the fans, and I believe July 11th, 19th was floating around. So let's just see what happens with that. Why are they moving? Don't know. Different philosophy, different ideas, different head coach, different GM, just something different. Go away with the old stuff, come in with some of the new stuff, and start off fresh. I kind of like the idea, so let's just see how that opens up and see how that happens. Let's talk about the release date for the 2024 NFL schedule. I know a lot of us have been waiting for it. I believe it's going to be Wednesday, May 15th. That's when we'll have an idea of what dates and times that we're going to be, what's our schedule going to be, who we're going to play, where, when, how. I'm excited for that. I know a lot of Raider Nation. I know we're talking about it on social media. That, does the NFL try to make it a couple of days long, or do they just release it? Let's see how that works out. But let's talk about some of the games. Obviously, at home, it's the same. It's in our division. It's Denver. It's KC. It's the Chargers. Which, at home, we have to win all the games at home. We have to ball out. We have to protect our house. So, KC is going to be good. They're good every year for the past 5 years. So we'll just see what type of competition they're going to bring to the Raider Nation. But we're also playing the Browns, we're playing the Steelers, we're playing the Falcons, we have the Panthers, and we have Jacksonville at home. These are some very winnable games. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, who's going to be our quarterback? That's why we have training camp. That's why we're going to have mini camps. There's going to be a good competition between both quarterbacks and Minshew and O'Connell. So, I'm keeping my eye out on that. Hopefully, we'll see who comes out of that. Everybody already knows. I've said it before. I think AOC has done a good job last season at the end to at least be considered. So we're gonna find out who wins the starting job on that. Let's get into the away games. Again, it's within our division. It's KC, the Chargers, and Denver. But we're at Cincinnati. We're at Baltimore. We're at Tampa Bay. We're at Miami. That should be a pretty good game. Kristen Wilkins coming from Miami now at the Raiders is gonna go back home and play them. Does he ball out? Does he show they should have signed him, or does he just totally dominate the middle, which I believe he's going to? The Rams, and the biggest game is the Saints. With the whole debacle with Derek Carr, now the Raiders go to the Saints. That's gonna be a big reunion. That's gonna be a really good game. A lot of the players, they still probably friends with Derek Carr, and Derek Carr's probably friends with some of the old players. So it's going to be interesting, especially Mad Max going after Derek Carr. So that's going to be probably one of the most intriguing games of the season. I know a lot of us are going to circle that game. I know I'm going to have my popcorn, my pizza, my chicken wings, and a couple of drinks. We'll be waiting all season for that game. But tell me what you think about the schedule. I think it's a tough schedule. It's not easy. It's not overly tough, but it's a tough schedule for the Raiders. I believe they're going to shock a lot of teams this year. What we did in free agency, what we're able to do in the draft, and we're only going to find out how them players really contribute during minicamp and training camp. So I'm excited. I think I think we're going to do things that we haven't seen the Raiders do in a long time. I think we're going to be very competitive continuously. We're going to not make stupid penalties. We're going to play within our game. You look at what we have on this roster, and it'll be hard not to win football games. So, does the Raiders finally get over that hump? Do the Raiders finally go after what we all want them to? You need the Raiders back into the playoffs. You need them winning the divisions. You need them winning good games. There's too many Raider fans worldwide that are sitting and gluing to the TV going, again, we're losing. But this draft, this 2024 season, I feel is a lot different. I feel that the Raiders are going to do something very special. And I could be biased. I'm a Raider fan. I've always been a Raider fan. But I like what they did in free agency. I liked what they did in the draft. They didn't overreach like we normally do. No matter who we picked in the first round, somebody's going to have an issue with it. You can't satisfy everybody, but I truly like what they did in the draft. I like this schedule, and I'm looking forward to it. Tell me your thoughts on what you think about the schedule. Is it too difficult? Is it not is it easy? What games are you worried about? What games do you think we don't have to worry about? I'd like to hear your comments about it. I know, next week the dates actually come out for the draft for the schedule, so I'll be touching base on that. And let's now put the schedule behind us and let's talk about what's going on in training. It's going on in OTAs. The OTA reports are positive. I mean, it's voluntarily. It's not mandatory to go, but according to Max Crosby, according to AP, there's a big presence, a large presence of all the key players. There are really only a couple of players who didn't come out to OTAs, which is fantastic. That's what you want in this organization. You want everybody to be on the same page. So I'm excited to hear that. In the past, it wasn't always the case. So again, AP, Tom Telesco are really putting this team together. They're really doing something different, and we're going to reap the rewards during the season. That's the whole idea of OTAs, minicamp. It's to get this team together, and let's not continue to make the mistakes that we've made in the past, but let's put something together that the fan base is going to love. And we're waiting. When I tell you the Raider Nation, we're all over the place. We're waiting. We're just waiting for our moment to say, we're back, baby. And, we want to keep saying, just win, baby. We want to continue to represent, our Raiders and stuff. There's nothing better than a Raider fan. We no matter what, you can't say, well, they're winning, that's why you're a fan. We go through a lot of losing seasons, and here we are. So to hear positive news coming out of the OTAs, coming from our main players is outstanding. I'm excited to hear they're working hard. These are the small things that are going to make this team better. During the season, you don't have time to do all that. You're preparing for the upcoming game. It's OTAs, it's off season, it's minicamp, it's the work that nobody sees. So I'm excited to hear that the positive things are coming out of this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the schedule is next week. Again, we'll find that out. We'll find that out on Wednesday, May 15th, 8 o'clock. I don't know if I'll be able to do a podcast, maybe the following day, but we'll see. Like always, hey, thank you for watching, and until next time, let's go Raiders.